This conference will now be recorded.
Welcome to Advanced DevOps Training session. This is Shadab Akhtar. I'm a software consultant and corporate trainer. We are discussing about Ansible Vault. So, what is my agenda for today related to the Ansible Vault? This is also solution for your question. Yesterday, you asked me a question related if we have more than one password in a file, so how the employees will get exit password, not all detail in a password file. So this is my for today. For example, we have a control server in our infrastructure, right? So this is our control server, and we are working with remote server 1. So this is remote server 1, and then remote server 2. So what I'm going to do here, I want to create Ansible Vault in form of password password.yml. YML. So this will be my password file. So this file I want to create with the help of Ansible Vault. So we know if we are going for Ansible Vault, so this password.yml file is not publicly available, and this password.yml for the genuine person or authorized person. This is not human readable also. So if somebody want to see with the help of VM editor, or somebody want to see that file with the help of get command, they cannot get actual information which stored in password.yml file. Only the genuine person or authorized person can check the details inside password.yml. And we have to set, obviously, at the time of creating this password.yml with the help of Ansible Vault, we have to set password for this. After that, we can view, then we can edit, we can decrypt, we can rekey. These stuffs we can do. So first of all, what I want to do with the help of Playbooks, I want to copy this information to the remote server 1 and remote server 2. For example, remote server 1 is used by user 1. He is authorized person to work with remote server 1. And user 2 is using remote server 2. He is an authorized person to work with remote server 2. This server is dedicated for user 1 and user 2. Once I'm going to send this password file to the remote server 1 and remote server 2, they want their password for certain of regions. There are several regions. For example, they want to work with the playbooks, or they want to get sensitive information. There are several of reasons. So how they can get this information inside a playbook? Whenever user 1 is going to execute that playbook, so with the help of variables in a playbook, they can get information. So this is first my agenda. I want to copy this file to the remote servers. Second, how the particular user can get information for his password or her password. So these two tasks I want to complete in this session. So let's get started. I want to create this file, password.yml file first. I'm just going back to my AWS account, and I want to connect with my control server. So I want to connect with my control server first. Okay, let me start these three servers because we want to complete hands-on and practical with the help of these whole environment or infrastructure. Now I want to connect with this control server first. I'm just going to copy this IP address and let me proceed with partition. ec2-user @ IP address. I'm gonna click on plus sign, then authentication, and then allow agent forwarding and appearance, and then change. And I want to go ahead with 12 size. I'm gonna click on OK. I'm gonna click on open. This is my control server. Let me go ahead with remote server 1. So this is remote server 1. I'm going to copy and then let me go ahead with new session, and I want to connect with this remote server ec2-user @ IP address. I'm gonna click on plus sign, then authentication, allow agent forwarding, appearance, and then change. I want to go ahead with 12 size. Also, I want to change the color here, default background color, modify, and then select color. Okay, then open. This is my remote server 1. And let me go ahead with next remote server 2. I'm just going to copy this information, IP address or public IP address, and let me proceed with new session, and then ec2-user @ IP address. I'm going to click on plus sign, then authentication, allow agent forwarding, appearance, and then change. And then I'm going to click on 12 size, then OK, then open. I want to change color also. I'm going to click on accept, and I want to go for change setting, colors, and default background color, modify, and I want to go ahead with this server. Okay, fine. So our control server here, I created already user for control server as a control user. I'm going for control. The user, I already set a password here. Fine. First of all, I want to create a file with the help of Ansible Vault and create an file name, pass wd, and then .yml. This is file I want to create. Obviously, we have to set a password for this file, password.yml, and we have to set a password for this vault and confirm password. Fine. So now we can, keep our sensitive information here. So you should keep in your mind whenever you are going to keep information, especially for password. So it should be in key value pair. Key value pair means you have to keep like this: pass wd, and then for one, and then go ahead with colon, and then keep your password. So for example, this is for user 1. So I'm going to give a password for user 1, admin 1, admin 1. And same information you can keep here, password 2, and then admin 2. So obviously you can keep your password as per your need, as per the requirement. These all are for sample examples. So you can keep a multiple password here, 3, 4, 5, 6, so on and so forth. And number of password you can keep here, and you can define a password, and number of password you can define here. Let me go ahead and keep 3 password here. I'm going ahead with pass wd 1, and this password I want to give is, this is for admin 1, and let me go ahead with pass wd 2, and then this is admin 2, and then okay, pass wd 3, and then I want to give admin 3. Fine. So this information I'm going to keep here, and here I want to save this information. Okay. If somebody want to see this file, so obviously this is not human readable. This is not available publicly, so nobody can get information from password.yml. This is not human readable. Why? Because it is created by the Ansible Vault. Only the genuine person can see or genuine person can view. Fine. And see, we already discussed about a view, and then only the genuine person can view the information. So I'm going for Ansible and then Vault and view, and then password.yml. Now you can see the detail in this password.yml. Now let me go to my personal notes. Okay. So as you can see, I already keep here information related to the playbook 6. Copy data from a playbook to file. If you want to copy a data, so we already discussed about copy tasks playbook. So here is information about this playbook. It is showing normal. We already use for our playbooks 3 hyphen, or our playbook start with 3 hyphen, then host, and our host name, our group name is a web server which comes under host inventory file, and become true for sudo privileges or sudo access. And showing here a task, if we want to copy confidential job agreement, then we can copy with the help of this. Or if okay, so this information we can keep inside, we can keep this information inside our playbooks. Okay, so let me complete first that one, because it will be mixed with two topics at a time. So I'm just going back. So here is the information in password.yml. I want to write down a playbook for variables. So let me create one more playbook here, and this time I have a multiple playbooks here. I want to go for playbook 4 this time. So VIM editor and then playbook 4. Okay. And then I want to give name as uh, password details, password details dot yml. So this is normal playbook. Okay. And in this playbook, what I'm going to do, I want to start with 3 hyphen I4 insert and 3 hyphen, then hyphen, and I want to give here host, and in our case web servers, servers as a group name which comes under host inventory file, and then become become true, as I want to give a root privileges to this playbook, and then variable. So this time variables underscore files. I want to define here in variable files, I want to define which file I created with the help of Ansible Vault. That file name I want to define here. So I'm going for passwd.yml. So keep in your mind, this file is sensitive file. This file is for password information. So this file I want to keep as in a variable files. Okay, so let me go to task this time, and then I want to use inbuilt function. I want to use inbuilt function that is known as Ansible built in, and then debug. This is Ansible inbuilt function. It has helped to get password from the password.yml and for particular user. And let me go to next message. So the value of variables from password.yml is in, you have to start with two curly bracket, opening curly bracket, and you have to give particular, you have to tell to the user that this is your key. For example, you want to tell to the user 3, so you have to tell that your key is passwd and then 3. Okay, so let me close these curly brackets and then save this information. Okay, fine. So let me go to cat and p4, and we can check, right? This is normal YAML file, or this is normal playbook. Let's understand now what I did here. I want to tell you. So I start with 3 hyphen, playbooks start with 3 hyphen, and then host I defined here. In our case, web servers is a host, our group name, where we can keep our remote servers. Remote, in our case, remote server 1 and remote server 2. So in this group, we have a 2 remote server, and this host inventory file comes under Ansible directory. Ansible directory comes under etc directory, which is a default path for Ansible. And then become true means I want to give a pseudo privileges to this playbook, and I defined here a variables. So this variable I defined for password.yml, which is I created with Ansible Vault. So we know if we are going to create with the help of Ansible Vault, so it is not human readable. This is not publicly available. Only the genuine person, authorized person can view this kind of information. Obviously, this is very concern in a companies that you should keep or protect your data, sensitive data to unauthorized user or unknown user, and it should not be on publicly available. So this password.yml is a vault or Ansible vault which is protected, or you can say it is already encrypted. Unknown user, unauthorized user cannot check data or check password in this file. So this file I keep in a variables underscore files, and then I define here a tasks. And I use here a built-in functions, which is Ansible built-in function hyphen Ansible dot built-in dot debug. And message I define the value of variables, this one variables. Value of the variables from the password.yaml is, for example, this information you are going to give to user 3 that your password is this one. So the user 3 will run this playbook and he will get his information, his password or her password. Okay, let me go ahead. So if you are going to run playbook, obviously, in a normal way you can run your playbooks. So I am going for Ansible and then playbook, and first of all I'm going to take a syntax, and then I want to go for this e our e4, so playbook 4, and let me check here syntax everything. Ansible, typo, my mistake. Ansible. Ansible playbook hyphen syntax p4 password detail.yml. Okay, so you can see because it is created by Ansible Vault. So syntax we cannot check directly. Okay, so let me go ahead and run this playbook. I want to run as a normal way. I'm going ahead with Ansible hyphen playbook, and then you have to pass argument, ask. If you are going for normal way, for example, p4.yml, it is showing error. Why? Because normal person cannot execute to this file. This file have information which I stored in a variable. So we have to go for flag here, ask Vault, and then ask Vault pass. This flag or this switch you have to use to run your playbook. If you are going for normal way, it will not execute because there is a sensitive information available in this playbook, password.yml. Okay, so I'm just going ahead here, and then let me proceed with the password, and you can see the detail. User 3 can, with the help of these lines, the value of variable from the pass.yml is admin 3, not entire information, not all information, right? Only the particular person or particular user can get his password or her password, not entire detail. So I'm just going to keep this information in the notes. It will be helpful for you. So, okay, let me go to your notes. Okay, once you are going to execute, this is related to, let me keep a proper document here. So first in step 1, create Ansible Vault for more than one password. And so you will create with the help of this command, Ansible hyphen Vault, then create, for example, pass wd dot pass wd password.yml. So with the help of this command, you will create password.yml. Obviously, you have to set password for this file. Then in a pass wd dot yml, you have to keep passwords. So let me go back, and I'm going to give a clear command for clear screen, and then I'm going ahead with Ansible -Vault, and then view pass wd and .yml. It will ask password. So this kind of information in a key value pair you have to keep in your password.yml, or any name you can give as per your need, as per the requirement. So I'm going, you can keep as per the need, right? How many password you want to store here? Okay, so n number of password you can keep here. Then you have to create a playbook. So this is a playbook. Create playbook for variables file. Variable file. So variable file will be here. This one, password.yml. And then use built-in function. Ansible So I already created, I already keep here, right? Ah, fine, this is a playbook which I already discussed, but here I give a pass wd1. So for user one,
This conference will now be recorded.
if you'll focus here in this playbook, so I give here pass wd key for user one. So you can set a password as per the need for the user one. And these kind of stuffs you can do, and you have to provide this playbook to the user, to the users, and they can run this playbook, they can get the password. So how you are going to copy your password.yml file to the remote servers? So that is the next task. I'm just going ahead with my notes, personal notes. Let me copy here one more playbook. Okay, so I'm just going to copy. I want to modify this playbook, and I want to keep in your notes. So it is done. If you'll see, it is showing the detail. Let me go to the next one. For example, I want to copy password.yml file to the users, or remote users. In our case, remote server 1 and remote server 2. So this is the next playbook. I want to go ahead, copy data from a playbook to the file. Or not, I want to modify this playbook, copy sensitive data or okay, sensitive data file to remote server users. Remote server users. So if you'll focus, it is showing the same kind of information, host detail become and then tasks. And I want to move file, move file uh, from, okay, let me complete this task with the help of ad hoc command. We can complete, it is, not a big task. So let me complete this task with the help of ad hoc command. So I'm going back, and now I want to copy this file with the ad hoc command. So Ansible, and then all we can use in place of web servers. -m is a module, shell module I want to use. -a is for argument, and I want to move. I'm going to use MB file from home, and then control, and then I want to send pass wd dot yml to home, then remote. Okay, in this place I want to move. So these tasks we have to complete with sudo, because if you want to move from the specific user, this is the user. We are not going to move from EC2, so I'm going for sudo privileges, home control pass wd wd.yml, and I want to send to the remote user. So let me try it is working or not. Something happening wrong. My mistake. If you'll focus, module name. Okay, let me change the command. Ansible all -m shell -a sudo mv home control pass wd.yml and to home remote. Let me try now. Something happening wrong, showing here error. Let me keep this error in the notes. So I use this command ansible all -m shell -a mv, there is a space. Yes. Okay, so consider using become method and become user rather than a sudo. Okay, and platform Linux host is using discovery Python interpreter. Another Python interpreter could change. Okay, RC1 MV cannot state home control pass wd. No such file or directories. Zero written code. Platform Linux. Okay. MV command is not working. Not state. Okay. Let me check again. Similar. No such file or direct non-zero written code. Mhm. Shell hyphen n. Okay, so let me check once how to use. Google is a best friend, right? How to use become in Ansible ad hoc command. Hyphen hyphen become attribute. Hyphen hyphen become user. So hyphen hyphen become hyphen k to another user root use hyphen hyphen become user. Become hyphen k. K for okay, let me try. Become hyphen k. Let me try even password. Okay. Mhm. Ansible all hyphen m. We can use cp. Mm, Message about password or secret must be specified to decrypt. Um, okay, so it look like something. So, some control. Okay, vault secret must be specified. How to use Ansible Vault. Vault pass WD5 can be used to ask us vault pass pass pass. Okay, so let me keep. This is the solution, I think, if I'm not wrong. Let me copy first this information. It is a part of DevOps team. We need a patience, we need a concentration, we need a time to resolve issues. So don't irritate to the issues, resolve issues. So we can survive as a good DevOps engineer in a companies. Otherwise, we can we will be irritated to the issue, so that is not solution. So let me check now if it is done or what. I'm just going to check and verify with the help of ad hoc command. So I need to check if it is copied or not first. Then I will move forward to the next. So Ansible web servers -m and then shell -a, and I want to check and verify inside home, and then remove. Let me check now. So if you'll focus, here is password.yml file, right? Now, user one can check his password. You have to tell to the user one, hey, this is your, key. For example, pass WD, and your key is 56, for example. And then you can tell to the remote server 2 or user 2 that your key is passwd2. So they can check and verify their password in this password.yml file. Hope that you are getting my point. So this is solution for these previous issues. So I'm just going to keep here as solutions. This is the solution. And this ad hoc command will work Ansible web server, which is our group name -m. Then I copy it with the help of this command. I use a copy module here, and then this is a source in our case. And I want to copy this password.yml file into the destinations. So destination is for remote service, home, remote, and we have to use because normal person cannot work on this. They cannot copy and paste some place to another place or source to destination. They require a password to send or copy this file. So with the help of ad hoc command, I done this. So I think it's fine so far. If you have any doubt till now, you can ask me, please. Hitesh.
I think I have to practice on it. Then probably I can ask question.
Okay,
But
okay, fine.
this use case is completed, right?
Yes, this use case is completed.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, fine, Shadab.